friends, it's Francine from Orleans, and I'm back again today to do a little fun activity, and we're going to be making some bird feeders. And it's a good idea to make bird feeders for our friends the birds in the wintertime because it's hard for them to find food just out and about outside. So we're going to help them today by making a little bird feeder for them to feed on. So see these ingredients we're going to need. So first of all, I'm going to do one type with a pine cone, and I have a little pine cone here. So I have a little pine cone. You can use some twine, which I have. If you don't have twine at home, you can use string. And what I've done, I've tied at the top of the pine cone, I've tied the string, so you can hang it on the tree. And the next thing you need is, of course, some bird seed. And we need a little shortening or some lard. I had this left over from baking, so that's why I'm using that today. But you can also use peanut butter. It works as well. And you might need a little knife or a spoon, whatever works best. I'm going to use a knife today. And my shortening I put in the bowl. And for easy cleanup, I have some wax paper that I just put down for easy cleanup. So how we start is I'm going to hold my pine cone from the top, and I'm going to take my lard. It's been sitting out on my counter for a while, so it's quite soft. I'm just going to spread it, just like you're putting butter on toast. So you're going to spread it all over your pine cone, and make sure to get all those little crevices, all in those nooks and those crannies of the pine cone. And if you want, you can even use your fingers too if you want it. Don't mind getting messy. So I'm going to put it all over here like this. And try to cover it as much as you can. Because the more lard that is there, the better the bird seed will stick to the pine cone. So I'm almost done. Whoop. And you might need an adult to help you a bit because it's a little tricky to hold it and do it at the same time. That's why I'm just using a little pine cone today. It's almost done. I'm trying to get it all filled up so you can't see any of the cone. I'm going to do the bottom. Get all those little cracks. I think it's looking pretty good. One last bit. Okay, next, this is the fun part, the messy part. So you're going to take your pine cone. Sort of, it looks like a corn on the cob that you could put in, like you put in your butter. So we're going to take the pine cone and we're going to roll it in the bird seed. We're going to roll it until it's all covered. And it's a little messy, but that's why I have my paper towel here to use at the end. And this is looking pretty good. So I've covered it most of up, except for the little top. And when you hold it up, there, you have a little bird seed pine cone bird feeder. So you can take your little string, walk outside, and if you find a little tree or a little bush in your yards, you can hang it on, and the birds will have a nice treat. So that's one pine cone that we can make. Now the other one we can do is you can take a paper towel roll. And what I've done with my paper towel roll, I've used my scissors and I cut it just to make it a little shorter. And then the next thing you can do is take a hole punch. I'm going to put a hole in that side and a hole in that side. Again, you can use string or your twine. I'm going to use something different. If you have this at home, this is a pipe cleaner. Some of you might not have it. It's not something that you might have lying around your house. But I'm going to try this today. So I'm going to put the pipe cleaner through the hole. And I'm going to tie it at the top. And we're basically going to do the same thing that we did with the pine cone. So there you have your little hanger. I'm going to take my shortening again, or your lard, whatever you want to call it, and just do it kind of like you're putting butter on a big piece of corn on the cob. You're going to cover it again. Again, if you don't have shortening at home, you can use butter, or you could use peanut butter, which works really well. So we're going to cover it right up, all the sides from the top right to the bottom. Like I said, it is messy. And if you want to use your fingers, I don't really want to use my fingers today, but the shortening is really nice and soft, spreads on really nice. And a little tip, if you leave the shortening on the counter before you use it, just to let it soften it up. I'll just get a little piece. So again, what we're going to do, we're going to take our paper roll and roll it in the birdseed. Make sure you cover it all up. It's a little messy, but that's the fun part. And if you put the birdseed in a little container like this, it sort of saves getting the birdseed all over the place. And if you even wanted to try something, you could do this outside, and then the mess would just be outside, and any birdseed that was left on the ground or on your front porch would be fine, because then the birds would come and eat it from there. So there's my paper towel bird feeder as well. So these are just a few little suggestions that you can do. Like I said, pine cones, paper towels. You can use a toilet paper roll if you'd like. You can cut it to different sizes and have different ones hanging on your trees. So it's a great activity, and it's great for the birds to have something yummy to eat during the winter time. But before we go, I just want to show you, I have a little snowman here, and actually he's made out of fake snow. And if you want to know how, check on my video, how to make snow, on your YouTube channel. Go to Early On Kingston YouTube and you'll see the recipe there. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you had fun. Take care, and we'll see you next time.